What? Welcome to another episode of Power Alphas. I'm one of your co-hosts, and as always, I got my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife with me, Mandy Piscitelli.
Oh, he loves saying that, guys.
Yep, even though legally we haven't got it done in all the paperwork, but that's
Takes
your
a
name.
while.
That's your name.
That's my name. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode. We're happy to be back and rolling. Thanksgiving was last week. Let's talk about what we are thankful for, babe.
Oh, I am thankful for you,
Aw.
number one, but I am thankful for our health. I am thankful for our life. I am thankful for our doggies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thankful for our homes. I'm thankful for everything that I have with you. You know, which generally is, I'm actually very excited every day to wake up. And that's a
too.
good feeling. You know,
Yeah.
when you're excited to wake up every single day with your wife and the life you're living, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for the opportunities we get right now in our business world. I think we've worked so hard for so many years and sacrificed so much that we are able to work remotely and be able to make money, good cash flow, and enjoy our lives on the freedom of kind of, like we talked about, we're chasing the good weather right now.
I know. Can we just talk about this for a second? So, I'm thankful for so many
What are you
things.
thankful for, babe?
I'm thankful for you, for our health, our families' health. I'm thankful for our little doggies, the family that we hopefully will grow one day, everything. And, I read something on the internet the other day, and I really love this because this is like really near and dear to me. And I think to you as well. It's like, live a life that you are excited for. Like, make things like every day, whether it's goals or whether it's events that you may have, like live a life that you are excited
To wake up every day.
or to get to. Like, I'm so excited for this event we have to go to, or I'm so excited for this trip that we have to
Absolutely.
do, or I'm so excited to get back in the gym because we took a little break during our wedding and honeymoon, and it makes things so much more fun and achievable. And when you have goals, and they're not just, goals of whether it's want to look good and feel good and be healthy, but like little things, they could be so little. They could be like, for instance, Sabby and I, like we said, we're chasing the good weather. Sabby woke up one morning when we were still in New York and saw the weather in Florida and saw the weather in New York, and it was like a washout that day. And we actually were able to jump on a flight that night, and we're so blessed that we're able to just like, hey, let's just go back to Florida tonight because it looks beautiful, and we're back in Florida and the weather's been beautiful, and that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm very thankful that we are able to have two homes and we are able to go back and forth. And it's not because of luck, it's because of hard work, like you just said, and it's because of all the amazing accomplishments we both have and the sacrifice that we did have for a while. Like, we both missed plenty of holidays throughout the years. And now we're so grateful and so thankful that we're able to spend our holidays with our family because, how many Christmases did you miss?
I missed 10 Christmases straight. Never forget
That's
it.
crazy.
I missed
only
10
missed a few, but
Christmases straight with football. 10.
Wow.
Count that. 10 straight. And, that's what, I actually said a post a couple weeks ago or last week. I said a post up like, people think there's a shortcut to success. People think there's a shortcut to achieving your dreams, and there isn't. There is not a shortcut. And also, I want to piggyback what you just said too about, everybody has something to be grateful for, and make sure you focus on that. And I heard this saying. I don't want to mess up the quote, but they said, you'll never be on speaking terms with happiness until you become grateful for what you have. Think about that for a second. You'll never become on speaking terms with happiness until you become grateful for what you have. And I think people either look at other people's lives or
always chasing for something bigger, better.
Yeah, but they always think like there's some people's lives are better. It's not. And I think you need to focus on your life. And, waking up every single day is a blessing. Having a roof over your head is a blessing. Having food in your fridge is a blessing. And even us, we'll talk about it now. We went to our honeymoon. We went other side of the world. We went to by India and Indian Ocean and Maldives. But
Sabby's been calling it Maldives for quite some time now.
But that's a whole different world out there in a sense of, people are making $10,000, $15,000 a year. And they're happy and they're smiling. So like for me, it's like you always got to put in perspective how blessed we are in America, and you should always have something to be grateful for. Focus on what you're grateful for, and I promise you, you will start the day in a better mood, and you will go through the day with better energy.
And other blessings will come to you.
Absolutely.
I always say, like, speak
Absolutely.
good, speak good out there, or give back, or whatever it may be, because I know those things will always come back, like good karma. But
Absolutely.
speaking of Maldives, it is such a blessing. And whenever you go out of the country, we've traveled a lot, and I've traveled to several different countries, and you really do appreciate what you have here in America, and wherever it may be, because like I said, those people out there they really were so happy. And so friendly and personable, and and I don't know what they have, to be honest.
They don't have much.
I don't think they have much, but I will say, like, the most hardworking too. Like, we had a couple people. Let's get back to Maldives real quick. We stayed at Soneva Jani.
Soneva Jani.
What were you calling it?
I don't know.
So now Sabby was butchering the name. Soneva Jani, we were staying at in Maldives, and I did a lot of research on this place. I had a travel agent that helped me, so that helped a lot. But also, nowadays, this right here, social media, TikTok, all these things, they are so helpful when it comes to like finding things or reviews and just videos of things, just to kind of like see what other people are posting about. This way, it's not just like, the travel advisor, whatever you see on the website. So I did a lot of research. I didn't know where we wanted to stay. I saw these bungalows when we first started looking way back over a year ago. And this bungalow was so appealing and so cool. I mean, it had a water slide. It was big. Like, a lot of these bungalows weren't that big. It was huge,
actually. Huge.
So we kind of went back and forth, Sabby and I. We went back and forth on like, oh, what if we stayed at the Ritz? The Ritz is very well known. We are so happy that we stayed at Soneva Jani, because this place was insane. I mean, you guys could tell by the photos. It was magical. Definitely a bucket list worthy trip. But everything about it was so great. I mean, the food was amazing. The service was amazing. You had 24-hour butler service. You had anything you needed. You order on the app. It got there in 20 minutes. Floating breakfast. The weather was beautiful up until like the last day, which we both said, we
Day
stayed.
and a half, yeah.
We stayed for what, 7 full days, was it?
It was 7 nights, like 6 days.
7 nights, 8 days then,
Sorry,
right?
no. Yeah, but we left early.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So it was like 7 nights, 7 days, pretty much.
The perfect amount of time.
It was perfect amount of time.
Traveling to and from there is a good
day.
Door to door.
It's a day. It's 24-hour duration.
Yeah. It's a day. So you want to be there longer than like 5 days, but I think longer than 8 days might get a little bit, like, depending on who you are and depending on your lifestyle. If you have a very, very stressful job, or let's say you need to get away from your kids or whatever it may be, you could do 2 weeks there. I mean, there's not much else. We don't do excursions. Sabby and I are not excursion people. We like to relax. We like to have a couple drinks, have a cigar.
Yep.
I like to tan, got a nice tan. And we like to just sit and chill. So, people did ask like, oh, like, were you going a little crazy? And we weren't, but I think by like that 7th or 8th day, we were ready to go home because.
But we also created a nice little routine. We got up so early because obviously they're about 12 hours difference, so it's it's all different. So the first couple of days we were up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. We took our little bikes. They gave us every villa bungalow a nice couple of bikes on the boardwalk. We do a little workout, nothing crazy, just body weight stuff, maybe a little cardio, get the blood flowing. We'd always bike back. Then we would order our breakfast and have the.
Let's talk about our breakfast.
Oh my gosh, dude! I don't know what it was like. It was just such an amazing display of fresh fruit, nice juices. It had fresh croissants. Eggs was amazing.
The scrambled eggs were so good.
Everything was so good.
Like, what was in that?
I don't know, but
their eggs.
Their food in general was amazing.
They're called quail eggs. Their quail eggs are really good. I don't know what the difference is, but everything was so good. That breakfast was just so amazing.
But you know what is really cool too? They treat you like king and queens. They're very, very.
Yes.
Their hospitality is unbelievable. I actually felt like, because the bungalow was so big, I thought I'd get a little antsy in the same place, but it didn't, because you have so many different places to sit.
Yeah, that's why I was happy we went with the bigger bungalow.
And let's talk about the slide for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about the slide for a second. I was going crazy, but Ben, I got to tell you a funny story, Ben, right? So, first of all, the water is like a pool, like literally like a pool. So you could see everything. You see fish. You see they have manta rays.
Good and bad.
They have reef sharks all over the place. Like,
oh wow!
Yeah,
really?
Baby, not big. They're like 2, 3 foot baby reef sharks. So it's funny because the first day I'm going down that slide like crazy. I'm loving it, right? I can't get Mandy the first day. She's making all these excuses. Finally, like the second day. Was the second day?
How do you not look at that and not go, I need to go down
So
that?
a couple different
Like,
things.
She was scared,
I
man.
had,
Like, how?
I had just gotten my eyelashes
Oh,
done.
bullshit.
So I didn't really
bullshit?
want to go right in the water right away. I was gonna eventually get my eyelashes wet. It was fine, but I just didn't want to like ruin it right away and then get the hair wet all first day and all that too. Second day was a little
So
better.
here's the best part, Ben. Finally get her in the water, right? Whatever. She gets down first time. She's a little scared, whatever. She's screaming the whole
Lost
time.
my whole bathing suit.
So she gets down. She hits the water. So we get her one more time. She goes up. Boom. She comes back down. I videotape it from inside the water. We get out. Like 3 minutes after we get out of the water, probably like a 2 to 3 foot reef shark swims by.
He's looking for me.
Like right when she gets out. So now that, her chances of going back on that slide was like
Trying
zero.
to get some Mandy Rose blood.
So she's trying to get a little Mandy Rose booty. But what was crazy was, first of all, the reef sharks were harmless. They were small.
Yeah, they're so low.
And they were saying that like but they're very small.
The
But
stingrays.
I'll be honest with you.
I'd be scared
They
of
have
more.
these manta rays, and they have it's called an eagle ray. I've never seen this before. It was like, you know what a manta ray looks like? Stingray's here. Okay,
yeah.
it was like the stingray body with like a fish bird face and a nose.
Yeah, they're only out there.
It actually had it looked like an eagle face, but as a fish though. I think it's called eagle rays. Look it up. If you can see, look it up in Indian Ocean.
I think she said eagle rays or something.
Eagle ray.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it says
But
eagle
it did have
ray.
like an eagle face.
It had like a face to it. I'd never seen a stingray with a face to it.
Yeah.
So they were all over, like but again,
Those scare me more because
me too.
you
I know
step
they have
on
big
them.
old stingers and stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing: is I was telling
I
Mandy.
think this is it.
Let me see it. Pop it up real quick. I want to see this thing.
I think this is exactly what you're talking about.
Let me see. That thing was weird looking, man. It had a big old stinger.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with those.
Let me see this.
So yeah, this one is bigger than the. Yeah. Okay. Here, let me pull this up right here for you.
Let me see. If this is it.
Wow, that's cool.
I want to see this thing.
Here we go. Is it this one with like the little?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was weird, man. Yeah.
What are they called? Eagle ray, yeah.
Spotted eagle ray. Yep. Yeah, I never seen that before. I don't know if they're not in this side of the ocean. I guess
crazy.
just
Yeah.
Indian Ocean. But
There
yeah,
were some
that's
big
exactly.
boys.
Yeah, they're big. But here's the funny thing. I was telling Mandy, like the water was like a pool, so you do see everything. But they're always all over the place. We just don't see them because the water's not that clear here, right?
Yeah.
But there's fish. There's little baby sharks. There's stingrays. They're all over the place when you look in the intercoastal and ocean. We just don't see them in Florida as well because the water clarity is not like it is over there, right?
But also, like, with all these baby sharks, like, where are the mamas?
Where's the mom? But it's not.
Okay.
It's not deep water. I think
They
I
gotta
think
be
high
not that
tide.
far.
High tide. It was probably 3 feet.
Was
Yeah,
there
so-
any jellies or anything?
No
jellies?
jellyfish,
No jellyfish.
no,
And as the day went on, the tide got really low.
Low, yeah.
So and they said the full moon. I guess when it's
Full
a full
moon got even lower.
low tide. So there was like we went to dinner one night in the sand where it was the tables. There was no water.
Yeah, there
It
was
crazy.
I would say the first like 10 bungalows on the boardwalk that were close to the island. There was like actually no water at the end of the day because it was so low tide.
and shout out to them and what my travel
Yeah,
agent
shout
did
out to
because
them.
they gave us probably the
best
most
bungalow.
perfect bungalow location. The way they design, like the architecture is crazy because the way they design these bungalows, it's really cool. They kind of design them like on an angle. So like it's a curved boardwalk and they're all facing a little bit of a different direction. So you actually get so much privacy, which we love because, we just walk around naked. So our bungalow was just amazing because it was just like the way the where it faced. And then we were kind of like on the corner one before the little roundabout thing came, because then those are like the bigger ones. And it was kind of like, it's the beginning of busy season, but there really wasn't that many people there. Like people were
Nah.
laughing on my Snapchat because they were like, my sister-in-law was like, is anybody else there? And I'm like, I think it's just us. But then we did see some people because we were also, anyone that's looking at Soneva Jani or want to go to the Maldives, we were on the south side. And when you're looking on the website, they don't really have like north and south side. So a little insight here. South side was just built like 2021, they said.
21, yep.
So a few years ago. So it's newer. And, they're both sides are beautiful. The other side, the north side, is just a little bit older. And I don't know, the south side seems like a little bit quieter maybe. But they have a lot on the south side. They have the gym, they have restaurants, they have like Director's Cut, which is the movie, big screen restaurant. And oh my God, like one night we had this Mexican food and it was so good. Like what
Unbelievable.
was that?
All the
Did
food.
you even know what we were eating?
No, but all
Besides,
the food.
like the tacos.
All the food. It was like mine was like a lamb meat. It was like a
Yeah,
lamb.
yours was
meat.
lamb. I had shrimp.
the shrimp.
But the appetizer thingy, like what was that?
It was
That
unbelievable.
so good.
And you know what was so cool about that little restaurant? So Ben, what's crazy about these islands. These islands don't have any human life on them before they get to them and build them, right? It's just a big old island with like trees and dirt and sand. And what they do is they take the island and they build like a nice, road, like a dirt road through it for golf carts and bikes, like not like a real road, but like a dirt road through it. And they clear out some trees. And then what they do is they go from the island and they build out boardwalks, right? And that's how the bungalows sit on the water. So there's really nothing there. So they don't put like a big old restaurant. I mean, what they do is they put like these little restaurants throughout the island, like little small ones, right? That fit like maybe 5 people, like 5 tables, 10 tables the most. And there's like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of them for the island. And one night it was raining, and we went to there was a like a little tiny boutique one, and we were literally the only people there. They were cooking
like having
just
a
for us.
private
It was like a
chef.
private chef,
Wow.
and it was
Yeah,
so
it was
individualized. And I just thought, and again, they were so nice and so polite, and they were
nice.
just so passionate about what they did.
Everyone walks around barefoot.
Oh yeah, everyone walks
so
around
it's
barefoot.
like a grounding thing,
Yeah,
like
grounding
ground
thing.
with the universe. Like
Yep.
one thing I will say, I kind of wish I knew ahead of time. So if you are going, I'm giving you
don't bring all the clothes.
PSA out there. You don't need any shoes. I mean, you need some flip flops. I shouldn't have brought any of my like high heels or wedges. Maybe a couple just for like cute outfits to get some photos in. But like outfits, like it's super casual. Like it's nothing.
You don't need to
like,
dress
you don't
up
need
for
to dress
dinner.
up. Like Sabby was in his like golf shorts and like
A nice shirt.
a nice shirt. So it was just the perfect honeymoon for us because we are the type of people that like to just chill. We don't really want to be bothered. We don't want to really go snorkeling. We don't want to like
We don't do excursions. Yeah, we
so
don't
we're
really-
kind of boring when it comes to that.
I will say this though. I will say 2 things. One, I think it's a bucket list thing in life. I think
Definitely.
if you have your wife or you get married or maybe an anniversary, I think it's a great getaway for a week. But that being said, be careful what season you go. Do your research because it's the type of place where I know weather's flipping the coin, but this is the type of place where if you have bad weather, there's not much to do. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing to do really. There's not, everything's outdoors, everything's beachy. So the biggest thing is you're kind of flipping the coin with the weather.
Which
Sorry.
the rainy season is what?
Well, yeah,
What'd
they
say?
have like so their weather never changes. They're by the equator, so
April,
yeah,
she
their
said?
weather doesn't really change, but they have like a rainy season and like a non-rainy season. So they always say go obviously the non-rainy season.
which is like November to.
I think it's like November to like March.
Yeah, and then one other thing is like you can't really go by the weather during the better season.
that was horrible, yeah.
Because one day literally said 100% rain, like washout and like clouds, everything. It was like one of the nicest days. Sabby and I were like, this weatherman should be fired.
Ben's got a
I
question.
got a question for you guys. So Sabby, I saw the night the night roof or something like that.
Oh,
the
open.
retractable
Yeah.
roof.
What
Dude.
about the stars? I want to hear like was it like really
Magical.
nice?
It was so nice, honestly. Like, and my favorite thing, honestly, the whole trip was we went to dinner. We were there 7 nights. We went out to dinner 5 out of 7 nights, right?
Yeah.
We ordered in twice. So every time we'd go out to dinner, we'd come back and they had this like little like kind of couch,
Like a nook.
like a
kind of
nook
thing.
couch, right by the end of the wall, like over the water, and we would sit out there with a drink or a cigar every night, and you would just stare at the stars, and it would kind of
So
the moon would
peaceful.
reflect off the water, and like listen, we live in the beach here, right, South Florida, but it was just different, man. It was just a different feel, and you're right, like the little who puts a sunroof in your bed in your master
Yeah,
bedroom?
so you would
amazing.
wake
Like a
up
moonroof.
and it was a retractable
Retractable
roof.
roof, yeah.
That you press a button and it
opened up.
opens. Like
Yeah.
everything was just so. It was very mindful.
They
It was very
demure.
demure.
They do a very good job of creating a very good ambiance. They do a very good job of creating ambiance. Again,
I
but
would
mean,
love to know how they build these things, though. I know I said it a few times.
a bunk on the water.
Like, and then they had some parts like where you could see through the water. So if you wanted to like swim under, you could see.
Oh,
and,
that's
yeah,
cool
which is
too.
really cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
by the toilet, you're taking a crap. There's
Yeah,
a
and
frickin-
the
there's a
toilet was
frickin'
a little
glass.
weird.
There's a glass bottom where you're taking
I
a
was
crap.
thinking if someone swims under there while you're going to the bathroom, like,
Sabby's
oh,
taking Mandy comes. Hello.
but they had it like in by the kitchen table thingy, and
That's
like it was
cool.
really cool. But like, how do they build these things?
It's just it's just over the water.
well, I'm
Those
still
pillars
amazed
got to
by,
go
like,
into the sand.
how
But again,
bridges are built.
babe, you notice though the water never got that deep though. Like even in high
Yeah.
tide, it was probably even I was walking. It was probably up to my chest at one point, maybe like my mid up, right below my
Yeah,
chest.
it wasn't ever
so,
that high.
I think it was 3.5 feet, maybe the highest 4 feet. And then it would get down to, like I said, at one part it was like no water, not by us because we were farther out on the boardwalk.
Well,
but
thank God I'm such a good swimmer. Anyway,
yeah,
I could
oh my
save you.
gosh, yeah, okay. I'd be done if I was drowning.
I don't know what it is, guys, but
She's so
I
scared.
was
of
never
water.
that great. I was always like decent. And then all of a sudden I had a few bad experiences when you're younger. I don't know if you ever had like bad drowning experiences. And I'm like scared of water now. Like my brother had to save me one time, pick me up by my hair. My cousin saved me. This was in like pools too.
Well, that's what happens. Now you're scared of water for sure.
I know. Now I'm scared. So, but
Well, that being said, she didn't go in the water that much. She stayed more like the pool area.
I was gonna say the pool,
Yeah, we
and
had
then you had
infinity
the
pool.
You didn't even
floating food coming to
Oh,
you
dude.
guys.
the
What
floating
heck?
breakfast
The
was
floating
so
breakfast.
good. What was your favorite part about the trip, babe?
My favorite part about the trip.
So if people want to go and
Um,
look it up.
the whole peacefulness of just kind of shutting off the world for a little while.
Yeah.
And and I think it really is a great honeymoon spot or anniversary spot because it gives you an opportunity to get really intimate with your significant other because it's not really, not tons to do. So you hang out, you're intimate, you make love, whatever it is. So it kind of gets that rekindle or refire if you're looking for that anniversary,
Yeah.
people that got kids, they want to go away for a week by themselves. It's definitely a place. I don't think you bring your kids. I don't think you bring your kids.
No, they said that some people bring kids. We did
I
see a
don't-
couple kids too,
yeah,
but
I
there's
don't
not
think
much
you
to
bring your
do for
kids.
kids.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really recommend bringing your kids. I think it's like you said, it's more of a, it was voted one of the best honeymoon spots in the world.
Yeah, I think honestly,
Honeymoon
it's a
anniversary.
picture perfect honeymoon spot or anniversary, like maybe
It
a
is.
10-year anniversary or a 20-year anniversary for a couple. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of cardio. Ben had to get a lot of
Cardio.
cardio in the bedroom.
Had to take a little break afterwards. We were like, oh shit.
But how about the outdoor shower?
Oh my God, guys, we were
Ben,
obsessed with this
There
outdoor
was an
shower.
outdoor shower. Hey Ben, it's a true story.
All we showered in.
I didn't take one shower in the regular shower in the bungalow suite. It was all in the outdoor
It was
shower.
so cool.
Really?
It was like an outdoor shower under the stars. It was surrounded where they couldn't see you, but like you could see out to the water. Unbelievable.
that's sick.
Unbelievable.
That's
Something
sick.
about this
Yeah.
one though, I've obviously taken showers in outdoor showers before, but like this one, like it was, I'm like, this is amazing. We need to build this in our home because the way it was designed, like you said, you could see up, you can see, no one could see through, and the shower was a good shower. Like it was a
Good pressure.
good pressure. Yeah, like it was a good pressure shower. Like you didn't need to shower inside. Like it was amazing. It was so good. I was gonna say my favorite part of the trip was the outdoor shower.
Well, you were gonna say that?
You stole it from me though.
No, that's not.
No, everything was beautiful and like
Food
Sabby
was
said,
amazing. Everything was great.
I love that the food was good because we all know you've been to a lot of like different resorts and it could be beautiful and everything's great, but then like the food's like eh. So there's also like options for all inclusive. You could like full board and half board. We just did bed and breakfast because I wasn't really sure. But definitely recommend Soneva Jani to anyone out there looking. Like I said, I did a lot of research and they're like all over TikTok and the pictures don't even do it justice because that's where I was a little nervous about. Some of the videos, they look so cool that it was like, is this really how it's going to be in person? But it was actually like better in person. I haven't even uploaded all of our content. I have that one video I got to post. So we definitely recommend it. And we had an incredible time. And now it's back to reality,
Yeah, it is.
right?
It is the whole month. The whole month.
But we're excited to be back with you guys.
We are excited to get this rolling. It's our second episode since the wedding and the honeymoon. So
Yeah.
and I think we're going to try to end this year obviously strong. But I think 2025 we need to really listen to the listeners, what they want to see, what they want to talk about, what should we talk about, what kind of guests we should get. So let's
Make sure you guys send your questions in to poweralphaspodcast@gmail.com. We're excited for this new year. Things are looking good. Bitcoin's up,
Yeah, Bitcoin's
Sabby only
running.
looks at it every
5 seconds.
5 seconds because it's running.
But, yeah,
We're
About
excited.
Dogecoin.
Doge is running.
Yeah.
is running.
Ethereum's up there too.
I actually
right?
sold. Want something crazy? I was in the whole Doge thing a couple years ago, right? Got smoked. Like when it was up to like 70, I think I even bought some at 70, whatever, 70 cents or whatever it was, 0.70, whatever it is. And then it dropped all the way down to like nothing the last couple of years. So actually like 2 weeks ago, it started moving, right? It went up to like 30, right? So I'm like, oh, wow, I doubled my portfolio because it was like whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sell it and then I'm going to put it in Bitcoin. I sold it and it went up to like 45. I was like, you little punk.
That's what they always say.
I
Just
sold it
keep
like
it
20,
in there, don't sell.
Yeah, just keep it, have fun with it. But yeah, I'm a big believer. I'm not a big fan in those coins. I think that the staple of all of it is Bitcoin, and that's going to be the
MicroStrategy.
longevity. Is MicroStrategy is the stock of the company that's backing it. But yeah, if a lot of smart men out there, a lot of people are not yet buying into Bitcoin because they don't know about it. I've done a lot of research myself, and I know a couple gentlemen that's been studying Bitcoin for 10 years, 12 years. And I'm a big believer in it, and I think now it's starting to take off. And I think this is only the beginning. People think they're still too late. If they're not at all. And I actually looked at my portfolio the other day. I told Mandy this. I look at my history of buying on my app, and I actually, one of my history, I think it was like less than 2 years ago, Bitcoin was like $17,000. And I'm looking, and I said, Mandy, look, 2 years ago it was 17,000. Now it's almost 100. And I think 2 years from now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go, remember when it was only 100? You know, it could be 400 or 500, you know, in 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just believe that Bitcoin is the future. So that's just me, in my opinion. I hope I'm right, and we'll go from
I
there.
hope you're right too, because you're making me put a lot of money in there too. But anyway, guys, we're excited to be back. I also have a couple signings coming up. My first one, December 6th, is at Monroeville Convention Center, brought to you by Big Event. Excited to be there. That's the Friday. And then Saturday, I will be going to New Orleans. I will be at the Poncha Train, which is going to be the biggest wrestling event in New Orleans this year. It's the Wildcat Sports Revolution Rumble. I will be doing a special meet and greet prior to the show with Dudley Boys, Mark Henry, and much more. And then you guys get to watch the amazing show. So very excited about those. Come get your autograph, picture, all that good stuff. And also my 2025 calendars are available on pre-sale right now. So get those before they sell out, because they're selling very fast. I have a couple different calendars you can see on my Instagram, link in my bio. And continue to watch us on YouTube, as well as Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and also OnlyFans TV. So thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.